Okay guys, today we are looking at translating functions and seeing if we can determine what those translations are given a graph. So if we're looking at this graph right here, first we need to know what kind of graph is it? Well, to me it looks like it's a square root graph. So our parent function of our square root graph after it's been translated, is this one right here. So that's what I'm going to use on this graph. And I have a couple points that are marked on here. So I'm at -5 here, and I'm at -3 for my y value. Then this one is -1 and -2. So if we use this y equals a radical x minus h plus k. That h and that k value, that's that vertex, that's that starting point. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. So y equals a radical x minus a -5. I'm going to go ahead and write that as +5. And then plus a -3, I'm going to go ahead and write as -3. Well, we need to find the a value. That's what we don't have. But we also have this point right here, -1, -2. And I'm going to use that then as this random xy point because it's another point that exists. So my y value is -2. I don't know a. Then I do know -1 plus 5 minus 3. So -2 is equal to a times the square root of 4 minus 3. Square root of 4 is 2, so -2 equals 2a minus 3. Add 3 to both sides. So I get 1 equals 2a. Divide by 2. So a equals 1/2. So then I can write y equals 1/2 square root. And I still want to leave that h and that k in there. So x plus 5 minus 3. And that's it. That's our function after it's been translated. Looking at this one, it doesn't look like a square root to me. It looks like it's probably a cubed root function. And so I'm going to follow the same process though. I see that I have this point 4, -1. That looks like that vertex point, that middle point. And then I have -4, -2. So my parent function is a times the cubed root of x minus h plus k. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything in at once, but I can plug in my random xy point that I found over here. So -2 is my y value, a. The cube root of that x value is -4. Then I have minus my vertex point. So -4 plus a -1 or -1. So I'm -2 equals a. The cube root of -8 minus 1. Well, the cube root of -8 would be -2. So -2a minus 1. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So I get -1 is equal to -2a. Divide by -2 on both sides. I promise they don't always end up as 1/2, but this one did end up as 1/2 again. So y equals 1/2 the cube root of x minus 4 minus 1. There's our function. If you are comfortable with this and you think you got it, try examples 3 and 4 without me and then come back and check. So I'm going to do 2 more of these. So I have point here -1, 1. I have 0, -1, and I have -2, 3. I only need to pick one of these. This looks like a cube root function to me. So y equals the cube root, or a times the cube root of x minus h plus k. So my y value, I'm going to use this point just because there's a 0 in it. Y value is -1 is equal to a, the cube root of 0 minus a -1, so plus 1, and then plus my k value of 1. So -1 is equal to a, cube root of 1 plus 1. Cube root of 1 is 1, so I have -1 equals 1a plus 1 minus 1 on both sides. -2 equals a. So then I have y equals -2. Cube root of x plus 1 plus 1. And there's my function. So then this one looks to me like a square root, and I see that I have 0, 5 here. And another point that I have is 9, 2. So I'm going to start with y equals a square root of x minus h plus k. So then my random point, my 2, is my y value, a. My x value is 9 minus 0, and then plus 5. So 2 equals a times the square root of 9 plus 5. So 2 equals 3a plus 5. Subtract 5 from both sides. So I get -3 equals 3a. Divide by 3 on both sides. -1 is equal to a. So you put -1 out front, or you can just put that negative sign. Y equals opposite, or negative x minus 0, or just x. I'm going to erase that then. And then plus 5. So that's all I have on today's notes. If you have questions, come in and see me. Otherwise, I'll see you in class.